This is vlog day 1087. Rip.
Okay.
Here.
What are we doing?
Just cheersing. Good morning. It's Monday. I hope you're having a wonderful Monday or had a wonderful Monday, wherever it is you are, because you're going to be seeing this tomorrow by the time this goes. We all know that the time vortex exists. You don't have to talk about it. What I am going to talk about today, a couple things. If you missed it yesterday, this guy, done. It's done. That noise is like kind of pleasant, but also kind of annoying when it's right next to your ear. I got to figure out how I'm going to develop this because the place that normally develops them, out of business. The place that I normally go to have them developed here in Paris, they're out of business, which is unfortunate. I'm sure there's somewhere I can send this. I'm not too worried about it, but I gotta figure that out. Also, the lettering got kind of smudged up in my pocket when I was carrying it around the other day. That's the one thing. I'll explain what this is if you don't know what it is here in a minute. The other thing is today it should be the day that I sign for my office, which is really exciting. Slightly scary, but mostly just exciting at this point. I'm really, really ready for it. But before we do that, coffee sounds good, and I have a lot of work I need to get caught up on. Just little things that have piled up over the last little while. God, let's go get coffee. Oh, yes! It's good to be back on the wheel. So, on the disposable camera front, the whole idea is that we make postcards out of those disposable cameras and doing polls over on Patreon for those who want to have, some impact on how those photos are taken. I mean, I was able to fill all of them except the last poll because I found out before taking that photo that the camera was full. It's a good thing. It means it's time to, make the postcards. It's a down thing because I don't get to fulfill that one yet. And I have more of them somewhere, but I don't know where. So we'll figure that out. And maybe the first one that I take will be one last poll. But anyway, I got to figure out the whole, train is loud, you know what I mean. It's always so good to get some coffee from Ceylon and to have a nice little surprise coffee with French Laura. Always good. I just love living here and having friends and running into them and being able to have just impromptu coffees. Not a bad life. I got caught up on a number of pieces of correspondence, including thanking a bunch of patrons for being awesome in general, and just, getting on top of the disposable camera disappointment too. I am mildly disappointed that the disposable camera is already over because I was having so much fun doing those polls and going around and finding those photos. It was a lot of fun. I was having a good time at least. So now I gotta bounce home. That's loud. I gotta bounce home and grab a couple things. The main thing I gotta accomplish right now is I need to make an adjustment to my professional insurance, my assurance civile professionnelle, to make sure that it covers Kate and Richard, because currently, I think they're covered just fine, but since they are going to be working with me consistently, apparently that's an issue. So I got to have them added to that. And I've been trying for the last 4 days to do it, but the company, my insurance company, this probably is not a good sign, hasn't called me back, even though I've made multiple requests for them to call me back through the app. So I'm just going to go in, get this done. Then we got to go and sign for the office, which is really exciting. Genuinely, I can't wait. I cannot wait to have this office. I'm so excited for it. So that's what's on the docket for me this afternoon. Ran into Manon as well, another friend, but she's the one that runs Lost in Frenchslation, the cultural movie experience I was telling you about yesterday. They've been doing a lot of stuff over the summer, so it's kind of good to catch up with her. Apparently all of her interns are leaving at once, so see how that turns out. But all that in a bag of chips when I come back here shortly, but I gotta jump on the metro. Well, wasn't that the nicest thing ever? I officially have an office. I officially have not moved into my office yet. That'll happen in a few weeks. But until then, I mean, I paid a guarantee, I signed a contract, I have a lease. Holy smokes, that's really exciting. I cannot wait to move in. I'm gonna buy an extra charger for my wheel, an extra charger for my laptop. I'm gonna just have everything sitting there charging whenever I don't wanna take it home with me. It's gonna be great. I'm really excited. They're really lovely too. They're very nice. So the hope is obviously that we get along well, that we cohabitate well together. I think I've explained this before, but just in case I haven't, we're gonna be sharing the space. They have a fairly large office and they've got one of the bigger rooms that they're renting out in total. They were gonna try and rent it by desk, but that was proving difficult. And I just want the whole thing all to myself because I'm kind of greedy like that. So the idea was, yeah, that I'm just renting all 3 desks basically, and I get the whole space all to myself to share with Richard and Kate, of course. And then they have a conference room and a kitchen, some space that we can share with them. And yeah, I'm feeling all around really good about it. I want to cross the river now because I'm going to go to Iru. I think I'm going to have to leave my wheel with them, get the tube changed because I'm always having to reinflate it every day. It loses the same amount of pressure. So I'm pretty sure that I'm just going to ruin this tire if I'm not careful. So I'm going to go ahead and switcheroo here. Pull the old 1-2 switcheroo and cross the river. Get my wheel back in perfect working order, and then yeah, feeling generally really good about the world at the moment. I cannot wait to have this office finally. I have an appointment. I'm gonna return this thing back in later and make a video with Mathieu finally about a variety of different wheels because Mathieu, I'll be asking him if I'm gonna get a new wheel, what should my next wheel be? And he already has some suggestions in mind, I think, because the #1 complaint I have about this wheel is its speed limit. It has a governor in it that's kind of annoying. We'll talk about that more later. In the meantime, I'm gonna drop by the Peloton, see if anything exciting is happening there, and then I'm gonna try and meet Natasha for a drink, very last minute drink, before meeting Jake for dinner, before going home and putting this thing together. This new bike lane is the bee's knees. This thing's amazing. Olá, senhor. Espero que see you. Checked in, everything's okay. Place hasn't burned down yet, so that's good. I'm gonna run, let's see, bounce. Just one stop over to Hotel de Ville and then run up to line 2. Oh my gosh, should have gone down on the street and Anyway, I'm gonna go see Natasha for a drink now. I don't know why I'm stumbling over all this. We're getting beer before we go to the park. She wants to go to Butte Chaumont. Is that where we're going? which is a fantastic park. And I was gonna take a photo of it with the disposable camera before I found out that wasn't gonna happen. So this is a cheap drinking picnic. It's the way to go.
I think one of us should get in the queue.
Oh yeah, fair enough. But will there be any cold beer? Oh, will there be any cold good beer? We might have to just go for mediocre beer here. Oh gosh, that's terrible.
Okay.
Here,
What are we doing?
just cheersing.
Why?
You'd think an English woman would know how to cheers properly. I don't know, I just have that, maybe that's a stereotype, but. Lovely beer and chat with Natasha. As always, leave her to do a little bit of her sunbathing. She's not ready for this. I baked a little bit on the left side of my neck there. Hopefully I'm not too toasty. I have low expectations for the results. Anyways, nice to hang out with her as always. I haven't seen her in far too long, so hopefully I'll see her again very soon. I need more Natasha in my life, always. I'm gonna go meet Jake for dinner, and I'll probably leave you there. Pretty sure we're all wrapped up here today. So thanks for watching. I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning for yet more Paris, and soon, very soon, hopefully, be able to introduce you to the office. I'm not gonna tell you where the office is, but I can still introduce you to the interior at some point here, which I think will be a lot of fun. So that'll be my plan. And I hope you'll join me for that. It's coming. I'll see you tomorrow.